I would like to hear from our folks in other states. So who is from outside of Colorado that would like to give an update on what's going on in your state?
Which state are you talking about? California?
Well, if you're in California, you could give us an update on what's going on politically in your state.
Nothing, nothing much that I keep track of.
Okay,
Any, any, well, not well, and there's been no ice activity.
that's
So if you
good.
so so if you want a safe haven, come to California, or better yet, come to Fresno, California.
Well,
If you're an immigrant, illegal
all right,
immigrant,
that's good
and
to
just
hear,
want
Jeffrey.
if you're an illegal immigrant and just want to live the American dream, or you just seeking safety from safe haven from there, from running away from something, you know.
All right, sounds like a plan. Sharon?
Yes, hi Tiffany. It's so good to see you all again. Santa Fe, New Mexico. So our legislators are meeting right now, and we just passed HB 9, which prohibits any of our police officers, sheriffs, state police, go into any agreement with ICE. They may not talk to them. They may not use equipment, not a Xerox machine, no property, no concentration camps. HB 9 was just passed, signed by the governor, and we had wonderful rapid response training this weekend with Colorado heroes. It was so good and very timely since we just poked the bear with HB 9. We're getting ready, and we're going to be doing the general strike. And I like the idea of jail-based voting. And we did phone banking for Ana Lilia Mejia, and she got elected in New Jersey.
Hell yeah. Way to go.
Thank you.
Sounds like you guys are doing some good work there.
We're learning from the best. Thanks, Tiffany and Morgan.
Absolutely. Who else would like to give an update from their state?
Anyone from Minneapolis?
I'll just say in Oklahoma, they're trying to pass a Senate bill to make it a felony for any NGO or church to help refugees or asylum seekers in any way, shape, or form. But we've got another rapid response training tomorrow with the ACLU. We've got another one in Bartlesville on the 28th of February. So we're doing what we can.
Is that you, Aaron?
Yeah,
Been
I
trying to get a
know it
hold
can
of
be
you for
hard
so long.
in a red state,
I'm
but
sorry.
I know it can be hard in a red state because it doesn't feel like you get many wins. But know that the work in the red states filters over to everywhere. And that's where the work is needed the most because honestly, the red states are the ones that are being hurt by all the budget cuts.
Absolutely.
Aaron, I've been trying to get a hold of you for a
Yeah.
while
Okay.
now.
We can talk after this, but
Will you call me when this meeting's over?
yes.
All right.
All right. Any updates from other states?
Hey, Susan from Montana, what's going on in your state? I think she just got here.
Oh, hi, Susan. Maybe the time difference did it, but the meeting started about an hour ago. Luckily we have it recorded. So you can definitely watch the recording. I'm gonna email it to everybody tomorrow, or sorry, not tomorrow, but by this weekend for sure. But we are asking folks for updates in their state. So if you're up for it, feel free to give us an update on what's going on in Montana. Oh, that's okay. No worries.
All right, in Texas, the March 3rd primary is coming up, and that's between James Tellerico and Jasmine Crockett for Senate. And my understanding is that's a very, very tight race. All right.
Well, I hope Jasmine Crockett wins.
All right, Yen Lang or Len Yang, and then No Nixo with your update from Minneapolis. Go ahead, Len.
Len, go ahead. You're on mute. We can't.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry. Hi, think I'm on now. Can you hear
yeah,
me?
we can hear you.
Okay. A friend of mine has set up an encampment behind the Whipple building in Minnesota, from the Dakota Nation. And it's on Whipple land. You can see the building from their encampment. They have 4 TPs and they have set or laid a ceremonial fire, the Seven Councils fire, and have reinforcements coming in. This is not a protest. This is a reclamation of land back.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. Ballsy as
Wow.
AF.
Yeah.
On the property, his name is Wasuduta, but it is on TikTok. I don't know if it's on other places, but they're rallying a lot of support in 2 days' time. They set camp on the 9th, which was Monday.
Wow. Okay.
Wow, I
Um,
know. They
if
need
it's the
support.
same Wasuduta who is going to be a speaker in our meeting before Thanksgiving, I think our friend Tyler Crazy Bear might be friends with him.
Maybe. I don't know what
Maybe.
his actual name is. I just know what his TikTok. I've been friends with him a couple of years. What is
Okay.
that picture? What was that?
Rodney Dangerfield, maybe?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a profile picture.
Yes, no.
I can put up a link for support. They need water, wood, fire,
Yeah, that would be
food, pot,
great.
wildlife cams. I just want to let you guys know about it because it's not going to be televised. You know that, right?
Right. Mhm.
Pass the word. Let me put that on there. Thank you.
That's why we asked the question. I'm going to come back to Len Yang. Do you want to speak? Oh, you can't unmute. Okay. You can put it in the chat and we'll read it out for you if you want. And then Mark.
Mark. You're muted. I accidentally muted you a second ago.
Is that okay? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I was just saying you may have seen some of this in the news because it's around the whole country, but what we did in Utah, there was a huge, something, it was something in the neighborhood of 8 or 10 football fields, space of a warehouse that was open. It was a real estate company that was trying to sell it, and of course they were jumping on that for a detention center, but let's call it what it is, concentration camp. And we had quite a group. It wasn't just Indivisible, but there was a lot of people out there, MoveOn, etc., on regular intervals, protesting. And ultimately, the real estate company caved and decided they weren't going to sell it to anybody. And then the governor came back and said that he signed an executive order that there were not going to be any open real estate what do I say, complexes for sale that didn't have the approval of the governor. And since then, there's a bill that's being bandied about to pass to make that, put that in concrete, that they can't, there will be no more, no matter who's selling them. They're not going to be selling any of the available real estate for these detention centers.
That's
So
awesome.
that was good news.
Nice. I just put the ICE warehouse tracker in the chat. So that one may not be on there yet, or it may not fall under the warehouse. I don't know exactly how this tracker works. I haven't read the whole Substack yet for Project Saltbox, but someone shared this in the meeting last week and it's really cool. But yeah, 6 warehouses have been canceled so far, warehouse sales to ICE.
The one I saw, and I thought it was in the Saltbox, that it showed Utah or Salt Lake, and then it said not for sale or something like that, whatever their indication was, but they had put it on there, it's not for sale. They had different color coding, and it was that color that was, I think it was red or something, that said not for sale, and that was the warehouse that they were trying to purchase.
I also heard that Utah was one of the states that was supposed to redistrict, and it failed, and it looks like the Democrats are going to be in a better place because of it. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. As you know, it's a pretty red state, so the districts are always favoring the Republicans. This would have just pushed it a little bit farther, but that didn't pass, so that was good. That was good. And as you said, it did. In fact, it opened it up another one, a Democrat that is polling very high right now in that district. So we may have one more Democrat of the few that we have.
Everyone counts.
Yes, indeed. Thank you.
All right. In Virginia, Governor Spanberger is moving fast to undo the sins of Youngkin, blocking corporate cooperation with ICE, trying to redraw districts. That's currently being blocked by the courts, but the Democrats are still trying. Elections are. Okay. Anybody else want to let us know what's going on in their state?
Nothing,
Yeah.
but I got something.
I'd like
Not my state, but my ancestral state, Utah.
Okay.
A sale. I just looked at the website, and a sale was canceled an ICE warehouse sale was canceled in
Awesome.
Salt
Yeah.
Lake City.
It's all due to people protesting. Protesting really does make a difference.
And I got good news for you, Aaron. One in Oklahoma has just been canceled too.
Yeah, we had 2, one in Durant and one in Oklahoma City canceled.
Hopefully we'll be able to get the ones in Colorado canceled.
Yeah, we're
I think
working
if we
on
can
it.
do it in those states, we can do it here.
Andrea or
Yeah.
Andrea?
Yeah. Hi. Either way, potato, potato, doesn't matter. So I started a YouTube channel called Fight the Power Denver I'm trying to find a place where the lighting's better, to record voices from the rallies that I've gone to, and I've recorded a couple of my own little rants that I've been posting. And I posted my email address in the chat. If anyone wants to send me short videos, and I say short because I'm not sure, how much bandwidth I can handle as far as uploads and downloads and that kind of thing. But take a look at the shorts on my video. On my YouTube channel, Fight the Power Denver, all one word. And if you want to do something similar or record your voice of resistance, and either send it to me or create your own YouTube channel, Fight the Power, whatever town you're in, please do.
I'm doing the same thing, kind of, except it's on my except to be on my personal channel, not you know, not fight the power, all that, because from just I'm trying to get the view, trying to get paid by YouTube for starters.
All right, Ben,
Good luck.
go ahead.
Thank you. By the way, Tiffany, I guess I'm still somebody in this chat, right? That's what you called me when you said about the giving you the information on the.
Oh, sorry, I forgot that was you.
That was me. I actually am originally from Minneapolis. I haven't lived there a long time, but I do have obviously lots of friends there, and I think it is really important not to look away. The news cycle has moved on, but nothing has really changed there. And 700 agents is less than 1/4 of what was there during the height of the surge, and that's and who knows if they even have been removed. And then if they're removed, all that means is they go somewhere else. So I think there's a great danger of losing sight of the ball here. Minneapolis is the epicenter of all of this, and so I think anything that we can do to help them is a huge issue. And if we drop the ball on that now because something else is occupying our attention, I think that's a huge mistake. The other thing I want to mention is, and I put it in the chat a couple of times, I thought it was a good idea, so I set it up, and we've got a bunch of people in it already. The ability to, if you need a ride to an event, or you can offer a ride to an event, we've set up a Signal channel. I'll put the information again into the side chat after I'm done speaking. And basically, it's just a dedicated channel for that. It's not for chatting. It's not for anything else. It's just if you need a ride or can offer a ride to an event, you put your information in there, and then you DM each other and arrange it. I've had a lot of people say that it's a good idea, so I think I think we can get some more people to come to stuff. So that I just wanted to mention that, and here it's going into the chat right now.
I think it's definitely a good idea, and we've had a lot of people asking about it. And having something like that is definitely going to be useful. And we've also had a couple of updates from Dallas. They're protesting a warehouse coming to Hutchins, Texas, which is just south of Dallas. I'm assuming that's a detention center. And they've passed out 100 Constitution booklets, have been educating on the SALT box and new voting in Dallas County, which on March 3rd, they do not have open voting centers for the primary, just for the primary early voting. It's going to be tough because voters have been used to the open voting centers, but that is what the Republicans are trying to do away with. Now, so are there mail-in ballots, or are they just not opening the voting centers on the day of the primary and you have to vote early? Okay. I do know in Missouri at one point they either were trying or passed making it so that the parties had to pay for the primaries and pay to have voting places and locations. And that's just another way that the Republicans are trying to silence the vote.
Yeah.
Morgan,
Yeah.
Morgan, I can answer that for you. I'm sorry I couldn't find the raise hand button.
That's all right. Go ahead.
But last week I actually started working for Dallas County elections, and I'm working for the systems operation manager. And so I have a few stats for that. So in Dallas County, it started that the Republicans wanted to have their own, they wanted to hand count all their votes. And so that meant that voting centers needed 2 rooms, one for Republicans, one for Democrats, and one for the Republicans to hand count their votes. Well, that got scrapped. They redecided on that. So then it went to, now they want their own voting centers. So early voting will have 73 voting centers in Dallas County times 2. So that's 146 voting centers for the primary early voting. Some of those locations will share a location like a gymnasium where the Republicans go to one side and the Democrats go to the other side. But there's many instances where the Republicans wanted their own building. So the Democrats will be in one building and the Republicans in another building. And what complicates things even more is on early voting, on election day, the Republicans wanted to make it where everyone had to vote in their own precinct on election day. Early voting, you can vote at any day, any voting center in Dallas County. But now there are 2 separate places to go to, and you have to find which one is in your precinct. So they have added a new function at the voting centers called a navigator, where someone will be there with an iPad. And if you show up to the voting center in your precinct and you're a Democrat and you accidentally ended up at the Republican one, they will help you navigate to the Republican voting center in your precinct. So it's very, very interesting, all these developments. So we're going to just see how this goes. But this is all, I think, because the Republicans want to, they're looking for voter fraud where there isn't anything. And what I have witnessed so far, being there for a week, is there are so many safeguards. There are so many checks and balances. I was an alternate judge last November. I know all the checkpoints and serial numbers and things that you have to go through just to secure all the voting equipment. And I have yet to see any exposure for any election fraud at all, but Republicans kind of think there is. So this is what they're doing in Dallas County. So just wanted to update you on that.
I'm going to file this under what could possibly go wrong and let Patricia add to it because she was also, I believe, from Dallas or has some information about it.
Hi, y'all. Yes, I'm going to be an election judge. I was like a judge in Denton County for like 14 years. Now I'm in Dallas. It's a big difference. But the funny thing is, right now, since the Republicans have come up with this, they're having a heck of a time trying to find other Republicans to work with them as election clerks and or judges. I myself, I have a team. I formed a team a year and a half ago when I moved to Dallas. They're an excellent team, very dependable. I have given 2 of my team workers to the Republican judge that will be in the same building with me because he cannot get people to work with him, nor is some other Republicans, but I'm out of teams. But I told my team you want, because we're only allowed 3. Last November, go figure, we were 9. But now they're just giving us 3 clerks instead of actually 8 clerks. We're given 3, which is horrendous. And I'm glad they're having a navigator to direct all the voters on election day. But everyone that I know, and I keep sending out a mail blast to please vote early. And Michelle Beckley, Pat, and Denton, they passed the open voting. But Frank Phillips and Denton will not have it, so they have still precinct voting. And they still send Democrats to the wrong place to vote. It's just horrendous in Denton. But I want to let you know, Republicans came up with this, but they're having a heck of a time finding people to work in their precincts. It's really funny. But just to let you know, there's some happiness there too.
That's
Thank you.
good to hear.
There's over 500 locations for election day locations. There's over 500 just in Dallas County. And in the last election, only 16% of registered voters in Dallas County voted, and that election cost $13 million.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Just remember, the goal isn't actually to stop election fraud. It's to stop people from voting against the Republicans.
Yes, they're trying to use a voter suppression tactic, and that is what having to vote in your precinct is all about.
We're actually next week going to talk about voter suppression and the ways that Trump is attempting to hinder or fuck with the 2026 midterms. And it'll be a good meeting.
That sounds lovely.
It should be interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, any more updates before we call it a night, folks?
Tiffany, can you mute me so
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're muted. All right, well, I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you all for
Everybody
coming.
needs to go to at least one thing on Saturday because there's like a dozen of them.
There are, yeah. All right,
Good
good
night.
night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Morgan. Thank you so
Bye.
much. Bye.